So thank you for being here. I'm very grateful to be able to spend this time with you. And so there's three things I would like to touch on today. Firstly, the industry outlook. Secondly, about airline distribution. And then lastly, just what we have planned as FlightSiteAgent and FlightSite. So from an industry perspective, we're still trading 20% down on 2019 volumes. So from where COVID was in relation to supply, we're not back at that level yet. Especially in the domestic space. There's a big caveat. Even though we're 20% down, we're probably between 25 and 30% up because of in value, because of the price of tickets. And I'm sure many of you have customers who have shared that feedback that the tickets are very, very expensive and have been for a long time. So even though we're trading 20% down on volume, we're trading 20 to 30% up on value compared to 2019. What we can see is that supply is coming back pretty quickly. So for example, Emirates, they were down last year to about 27 flights a week. They're now back up to 42 flights a week, so back to pre-COVID levels. So what that should mean for us is as these airlines come back with supply, the prices should come down, which will be good for our customers. I don't think that we'll see like we used to in 2018, 2017, 19, where we could see, less than 10,000 Rand quite frequently or often to places like, destinations in Europe. I don't think that prices will come back down to those levels, but as supply comes back to pre-COVID levels, we should see, a bit of those pricing, a bit of a price adjustment, which will be good news for us and our customers. In terms of airline distribution, some of you who are closer, I suppose, to the industry, traditional industry may have heard of NDC. And so NDC stands for New Distribution Capability. And NDC is what the airlines are moving towards. So it has been spoken of for many, many years. I mean, I think I went to my first workshop almost 10 years ago, and it's been a long while coming. I think COVID obviously changed those plans from an airline perspective or delayed them, but where we are at now, the airlines are becoming very aggressive with NDC. So what it means is that the airlines have each got a different standard of how to connect directly to them for inventory. For example, Emirates are saying, don't go to Amadeus or Travelport or Sabre, come through to us directly, and this is how you connect. So there's a lot of technical integration that's required to do that, which we are very busy with. And what it means right now, and some of you may have seen this, is that sometimes the price in FlightSiteAgent is not as cheap as an airline's website directly. And that's not a markup from FlightSiteAgent's side. We don't, or have never and will never mark up the flight that we get from the airline. But at the moment, we're only getting it from Amadeus as a company. So what you're seeing is what we're getting from the airline via Amadeus. So NDC is a unique opportunity now because, for the last 30, 40 years, all of the classical airline inventories always come from the GDS. And now for the first time, the airlines are making it very available through their NDC channels. So we are working towards putting all of the NDC content in one place. And what that means for us is that we'll have as good a pricing, if not slightly better pricing than the airline's website directly, because the airlines are giving preference to the NDC channel, because for a long time, I mean, just the context, the airlines have been charged a lot of money to be distributing through the GDS. A good deal. So, from that point of view, I'm really excited in terms of what the landscape is going to look like. IATA came out with a forecast recently that said 80% of all airline distribution will be on NDC by the end of 2025. So that's only 2 years' time, really. And that's it's a huge amount of content that's now going to be distributed in a way that it wasn't before. So and that leads me into my last point. So from a FlightSiteAgent point of view, we're very, very busy with this. We're launching a new platform early next year, and it'll be NDC enabled. So we'll have all of the NDC airline inventory coming from the different carriers all in one place. So from a FlightSiteAgent point of view, nothing changes. You still go to one place, one dashboard, do a search. It's just in the background, we're now getting all of the inventory from different places to get the best pricing. So that's one of the things, that's the big thing that we're working on. And then we have small enhancements also planned for that release early next year for things like markup on the fly, where as an agent is going through the booking process and you're having a conversation with your customer, you can actually change the pricing and, do it on the fly as opposed to going to the menu item and going to your account and then changing the price. Because, we realize that from feedback, agents, it's quite a dynamic selling process when you're sitting in front of somebody and you need to be able to present them with a quote you can mark up on the fly. So there's a couple of small enhancements, but the big shift for us is where we're getting our inventory from. So we'll still have Amadeus, but we're also going to be searching the airlines' websites directly. So it is exciting times from the point of view that things are changing, and I'm actually quite excited about how we position ourselves for this opportunity. And what's really important for me is to be first to market with this ability to enable agents to book NDC in one place. So thank you all for your support. If there's ever any questions, Astrid will share my email address and details time, because we'd love to get feedback from you on how to improve things and look forward to making it a differentiator in the market going forward.